Welcome everybody to this channel of Handlix TV. In this video today, we would like to discuss about the news of that the Bank of Reserve, which is the Reserve Bank of Malawi, is faulted by the Supreme Court of Malawi because they made a finance bank to be closed because the Reserve Bank of Malawi believed the finance bank was doing illegal business because they had not know your customer kind of feature in their bank, and there were a lot of things that were happening with the finance bank. But the main issue here is about the judgment from the court, which is now requiring the government of Malawi to pay the finance bank of Malawi a lot of money. This money is going to be calculated for the period of 20 years, which is very insane for me because it is going to be a lot of money that is going to be paid to the finance bank, which is no longer available. We cannot trace where this bank is, but they have been fighting a court battle for a period of 20 years since the bank was closed by the Reserve Bank of Malawi in 2025. So from 2005 from 2005, it was closed in 2005. Now from 2005 to 2026, there is a time period of 20 years, and the amount of money that is estimated to be paid to the finance bank, that is a dead bank, is going to be about 5 trillion Malawi Kwacha, which is more money, very close to the national budget of this country, because Malawi's national budget for a year is about 8 trillion Malawi Kwacha. I think that's the amount that Malawi needs for the budget every year. Now, imagine that amount of money is being paid to a bank that is dead, and a bank that was making mistakes. It did not follow the procedures, and many people believe that there were much more money laundering deals with the bank because it is believed that the details from the audit firm is showing that this bank was externalizing forex in this country, like currencies that we use, more especially dollars. So it was helping people to externalize dollars, and there's an evidence by the audit firm in the court submissions. So we are wondering, like Malawians, can we afford to lose 5 trillion Malawi Kwacha to a bank that was not complying with the procedures of Financial Act in Malawi, because they had not done the right job? Therefore, the controller, which is the Reserve Bank of Malawi, did the job that it is empowered to do constitutionally, to strike off any bank that is not complying with the procedures. And today, because of court proceedings, and according to the court themselves, they think like the Reserve Bank did a mistake by closing this bank, and therefore we Malawians must take 5 trillion and give to this bank, which was even externalizing money, and the bank is even dead, and the amount of money itself is insane. If it is true that the Malawi government should pay 5 trillion Malawi Kwacha to this bank, we cannot so much about this because the court themselves, they are there to provide justice according to the laws and constitutions. And that actually what happens at the court, some of you should know, it's not about that you are wrong. It's about how you present your case according to the law of Malawi. So if you are able to quote law that is supporting you, and there is much evidence that you are right, and if there is a precedence as well about the same case that you are dealing with, which is favoring you, then it means the judges are going to take the amount of details, the evidence, the precedence, and everything that is favoring you, the law itself, and look at it and see with their own references, and if they determine that indeed you are carrying a weight, a volume of doing right thing, and the law is supporting you, then it means that even though you are wrong, but because of better presentation, better submissions, which are really according to the constitution of Malawi and laws of Malawi, you'll find yourself that the judge will give you the judgment that is favorable for you. So we're saying that indeed this is a serious issue, and we need justice whenever there is something wrong, and the court are there to make sure that justice is done. But at the same time, we need to reason and see what will happen with this, and how the country is like our country really is passing for a lot. Now, my question is, people who are in control of the government agencies, do you really do things based on reasonable judgment? Like, really you are honest with your decisions, or you are influenced politically to make decisions that are going to affect Malawians? Because we cannot just look at one angle in this video of saying like the court has done something that is not good, or we cannot just only blame the finance bank, but we also should look at what decisions do we make as government agencies. Are these decisions based on truth and the justice, or the just decisions that we make because of political reasons, because we would like to silence somebody we feel like is an enemy of a certain political party or government? Because some people are victims not because they are bad people, but because what they are doing is best, but it is exposing certain political individuals, or it is exposing certain mistakes that are in the government. Therefore, agencies that are of public, can be used to silence the good voice. So we're saying that indeed this is not good at all, that the amount of money of 5 trillion should be given to a bank that is dead, and which was even doing things wrongly. And I understand that justice is very important, but also questionable is the period that this case has taken to conclude. 20 years, it's a too much protracted period. It's a very longest period. We understand that according to the law, 7 years is enough for the files to be kept, so that still more we can use them. But other than that, 20 years is too much. It's the longest period. A case must die over that period of time. But they've been pushing this case for a period of 20 years. Like somebody really had an idea that this was a winnable case, and they had to push it because they're going to be very rich at the end of this case. And indeed today, those that we are pushing this case are today happy people, because they have now received the justice about their case. But the problem is, Malawi, we are going to lose a lot of money paying these people, and the amount of money is insane. 5 trillion Malawi Kwacha is not easy money. It's a lot of money, and the government of Malawi cannot afford to pay that much money, because I have a problem already. We have got a problem already in this country, whereby things are not okay. Government is looking for economic recovery, and as we are looking for economic recovery, we are also losing some money. This is insane. This is something that is pain in our face, and we are facing the reality of opposite force, in the sense that whatever we are doing as a government, there is an enemy that is breaking it, so that we should keep on starting over again and we cannot move forward. I know as a country we can do better, so that we should move forward and develop, other than just being doing the same things that are completely destroying our economy. This is a serious case that it must be looked into and see potentially what is going to be the benefit of making such amount of money payments to the finance bank, which is dead now, and why this case as well has taken 20 years to conclude, and what is it necessary that now it is the right time for the judge to make a determination of conclusion of this case. Yet it has been there, but they could not make any conclusion. What is so special with this time around, as if we have money that we can pay them, yet the government is blocked, and the government is still begging for help from other international organizations. In Malawi, we are doing politics like we are babies. We must know that it is time now we should think of developing, other than thinking of just doing things for trial and error. We can develop like that, but we need to understand that if we want to become better as a nation, we should become mature politically and make decisions that are going to be the decisions that are going to be good for the people, and indeed our nation will develop by them. So I wanted to come here to tell you, if you don't know, that there is this issue that has just happened in this country, whereby a bank known as Finance Bank, which was found to be in a wrong by the Reserve Bank of Malawi, which is the controller of all commercial banks in Malawi, it determined that the finance bank was floating procedures, and they had no know your customer feature, and at the same time it is believed like this bank was externalizing forex. And so because of the things that they were found to be wanting in this bank of finance, the Reserve Bank closed it, and the finance bank went to the court to sue Reserve Bank because of closure of their banking services in Malawi. And the case has taken 20 years to conclude, and this issue took place in 2005, but now it is 2026, and yesterday there was a court determination of the case by saying that the Reserve Bank was wrong to close this bank, and therefore government of Malawi should pay money to this bank called the Finance Bank. And the people are estimating that a lot of money is going to be paid in trillions of Malawi Kwacha, and the amount is estimated to be 5 trillion Malawi Kwacha that is required to be paid to Finance Bank for the court costs, as well as paying for the loss of business to this bank called the Finance Bank. That's the news that I wanted you to hear about. I think you have on your own understanding about this issue. You can make some of your comments in this video to hear what you think about this issue. But as a country, we are going to lose a lot of money, because the national budget of Malawi is about 8 trillion Malawi Kwacha or so. And this money being paid to Finance Bank by the government of Malawi is 5 trillion, which is the difference of 2 trillion. It means this amount of money is too much. It's like all money that the Malawi Revenue Authority is collecting through tax for a year should be paid to one individual called the Finance Bank, because of the mistake that the Reserve Bank did by closing wrongly the bank, and due to that the bank made some losses. Thank you for watching this video. Until I come back for another video, have a very good day. My name is Hane, good hands TV. Bye bye.